Welcome back to another episode of Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tyler, and today I'm joined by Mark, playing...
Jester Raisin, Furbolg Sorcerer.
And Keegan, playing...
Anu Papalao, Total Warlock.
the Torlock. And Allison, playing...
otherwise known as Jim, the Fairy Rogue.
And Brandon, playing...
Zoldan?
the Tempest Cleric. And John, playing...
Vosh Moonblade, Rune Knight, Sorcerer Kobold.
And we have other Mark, playing...
Frog Fucker, Wizard surrounded by dummies and cannon fodder.
Oh, just like every day.
And today, we join them as they continue through their adventures. Through just having left the town of Corndale, making arrangements with the local leadership to bring a caravan of supplies to the capital of Stonehaven, and to dispatch a group of dangerous highwaymen.
Highwaymen?
Highwaymen. It's like the Rayman Rabbits, but on the wheat. So anyways, they found this band of highwaymen, and a fight broke out as some of them more wary were not caught off guard by an ambush, but some had fallen for the cries of someone saying they were in need of help. Now, amidst the battle, we find our heroes in combat, as we had just left off last time with Zoldan taking his turn. And one person, the cello, being dead. So that leaves us starting off with Vosh's turn. And just for reference for Vosh, the thing's still kind of active on the battlefield. The wagon in front of you has been destroyed, the one that they'd used to trick you. There is still a moonbeam active on the field, which is floating somewhere right about here. There was also... Jaster was under the effects of a spell, Tasha's hideous laughter, keeping him immobilized with this laughter on the floor, which to you guys looks like him quietly fumbling around on the ground.
Okay.
So
well, I'm still in my Giant's Might mode.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go to this guy right over here.
The Flaming Fiddler.
And I am going to attack him with my Clawed Gauntlets.
So you can see the Fiddler is pretty badly bloodied as you run up towards him. And you go for this attack.
Yeah, so first, roll a hit. 16.
That will hit. 16 plus your bonuses?
Yeah.
It's like what, a 20? 20 something?
Yeah, probably. Like 16 plus 4 for...
Plus proficiency, yeah, it's like 20 something.
Yeah, for 27.
So that hits.
Alright, I'm doing double clawed again, so 2d4 plus 1d6 plus my strength.
Mm-hmm.
So I got plenty of d4 now. If I can grab them in the hand. So 2d4 plus... wait, and seeing as I'm a Giant's Might, I get
Another d6?
2d6s.
Should just be 1d6, right?
Yeah, because it says 1d6 on here, plus strength.
Oh, yes. Yes, the 2d6 is total.
And then...
Gonna be
and
honest.
then 2d4, sorry.
Rolling the dice is a little redundant at this point for me.
Go
ahead, roll them.
Sorry. Still gonna roll them, yeah.
Throw the dice!
2, 8, freaking.
For our viewers' reference, this enemy has 6 health left. He's rolling 4 dice. Plus 4.
That would be 2, 1, 2, 2, and 4.
9 damage plus 4.
Yep.
So you watch as this man, he holds up these strings from this,
This is for hurting my
Actually,
friend.
no, sorry. This is the... Oh, this is the... Oh, sorry, no. That wouldn't be the fiddler he was going for. That would be, I'm silly. That one is the Banjo, who has not been injured. Sorry, I've mixed up my minis.
So 9 plus 13.
So yes, the damage does matter. It was what, 13 total?
Yeah, so you got 9 plus my strength, so yeah.
So this
13.
guy, he actually holds up these banjo string, so he's been using as this slicing weapon. And he holds up to kind of block this attack, but you still manage to cleave through and cut into him pretty badly, immediately bloodying him.
Yep. And it's been necrotic and everything, so.
Yeah. So, he's pretty badly hurt.
I'm like, that's for hurting my friend.
Then we would go to the fiddler, which... Where was he? Aha, he was the one floating in there. That was the fiddler. He was the one who Zoldan was fighting.
Yeah.
So on the fiddler's go, I have to roll something for him to see if an ability recharges. Ooh, and it does. So he is once again going to...
Fire up the go.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was definitely wrong about where the fiddler was still. You need better track of these minis. Sorry, the fiddler is the one hiding in the bushes who
that's right.
currently has... Yeah, he's the one who currently has
And this is
Jaster.
This is
That's
Frog.
me.
Frog.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Sorry, so yeah.
Frog is the devil. Brother.
Yeah,
Makes
he's
perfect sense.
further down the road, hiding in some bushes, obscured from sight. He's holding this spell on Jaster.
So this is the fiddler. This
Yes.
is that's the drummer, right?
Drummer.
This is
Banjo.
banjo,
Yep.
magistrate, or
That should be the orchestrator,
and then
the trumpeter.
With his casting a spell, is he making any kind of sounds or anything that I can
So he
spot him with?
hasn't yet, but to do anything, and that was why he was hiding, because he's low. So yeah, he's probably going to step out, and then you would get the ability to see him from there. He's going to step out and go towards Jaster and Hanu, and he's going to go for a Burning Hand spell. So you guys have to make dexterity saving throws.
there's nobody out there.
But you never know.
Huh? Oh yeah.
I was
Did you
wondering,
look?
I was wondering if
Yes.
we should close that though.
We're good. And so he kind of runs this bow across this golden fiddle, and fire shoots out from it.
10. Fire between his fingertips as he crosses up his bow.
11 and 10. Those will both fail. So
Did you say fire?
it is fire. That'll be 3d6 of fire damage. Fire. Ooh, so that's a total of 11 damage.
Oh, for real? If it's fire damage, I'm sorry to play this.
I'm getting fucked up.
Don't worry, it's not copyright, it's just a sound effect.
Okay.
That means I get to make another wisdom
Dang it.
throw.
Yep, so you get another wisdom
With
save.
advantage.
There we are. Fire damage?
17.
Alright, 17 is going to be enough. So you do break free from this Tasha's hideous laughter. You find yourself prone on the ground as he does this. And that will be the fiddler's turn as he rushes up and does this burning attack on Jaster and Hanu. From there, it is Frug's go. So you do now have a line of sight on this.
That's where I'm
Do you
pushing
do
my
stick?
moonbeam.
Oh
right,
boy.
right over him.
The moonbeam moves over onto him.
Yep.
So he makes a constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Ooh, a 16.
16. Oh, he makes it. So I got to reroll.
That'll be half damage.
All right. So yeah. So 4.
Or is it 1d10 or 2d10?
It's 2d10. So I just rolled 1.
Oh. Okay, works for me. So, he is still standing. But barely.
Should have gone with my first roll.
Huh?
Should have gone with my first roll. I rolled 2 of them, and I thought we could save it. So.
Yeah. So from there, go to Gem. So you're there, both. So the orchestrator's been hurt a little bit. The trumpeter has not, and neither has the drummer.
Definitely going for the first guy.
Right, the guy right next to you.
The trumpeter.
No,
Yep.
not from
And
here,
you've got Zoldan on the other side of him, so.
the orchestrator, yeah.
Oh, you want to go for the orchestrator, so you have to move over a little bit to get to
What do you want?
Yeah, so we're gonna have to.
So he would get an opportunity attack unless you moved like this. If you moved like this, then he wouldn't
Okay,
get one.
okay.
You skirt around him a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you want to go for a stab on the orchestrator.
Yes, do stab with my rapier.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
She'll get the sneak attack, won't she?
She won't. Zoldan is not next to the orchestrator.
That's what. Gosh dang it! Why does my video play?
I don't know.
Your finger slipped. That.
Probably because you have it open. So what was the roll? 9
Yeah, 9.
plus 5.
Yeah.
14.
So on the orchestrator, he has a 14 AC, so that just hits.
Okay.
Roll some damage.
4.
Alright, so you stab forward.
Oh yeah, 4 plus
Plus 3.
3. Yeah, so 7.
Bless you.
So she stabs forward with this rapier, piercing him. You can see he's now looking pretty badly bloodied from this attack. Is there anything else for Jim? Any bonus actions?
Maybe okay. So you want to kind of go back, or
You have your you haven't used all your movement. You could use your cunning action to
Yeah,
disengage the room.
yeah, cutting
So disengage and back away, get some
Yeah.
distance. So she sneaks back behind them. Then it would go to Jaster, who's now out of this toshless, hideous laughter.
As I'm standing up, I smack my fist in the ground, and the plants start to wither around me. So I cast Wither and Bloom. Makes a con save.
The one next to you, the
Yeah.
Fiddler. So con saving throw from him. Ooh, a high save. 17 plus.
Yeah, that saves.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was it's 17 plus I think 2. Let me see. Yeah. So what does he do on a save?
It takes half.
All right.
6 damage.
Max damage. 12 damage, half down to 6. So you watch as these plants burst up out of the ground and wrap around him as you engulf him in these vines. And he screams out, "No, what? Hold on! I made some bad deals! Oh no! I'm not ready to pay up!" And you see, as these vines reach for him, you actually see something else begins to reach up from the ground, pulling away at him. You see infernal hands begin to grasp away at his feet as he is pulled into the ground, dropping behind just a golden fiddle.
You make a deal with
That's
the
what you
devil?
warlocks gotta look forward to.
That also allows me to use one of my hit die to
Oh.
heal.
A 1 on the hit die.
Damn, that's...
A whopping 2 health back.
That's kind of fucked up.
What, the guy getting pulled away to hell?
Wonder what, he was on a warlock though, was he?
Oh, he made a deal with the devil. The devil went down in Georgia.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't make deals with devils, you know?
Actually,
There's
that'd be
consequences.
6 health back because I used my spellcaster modifier.
Oh, plus the spellcaster modifier. Alright, was there anything else for Jaster? Any movement? So now you have no enemies near you.
Yes, I do. And that is everything. Yes.
Alright, so Jaster moves into the fray with everybody else. From there, we go to Pipsqueak's turn. He
Chef
is-
over there.
He is still currently stuck underneath rubble, as it wasn't all affected by there. Let me see. He's going to try and push this cart off himself. He is still stuck in place.
Good.
Come on, please! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
You're only making it worse on yourself.
That'll be his go. Then we go to the orchestrator. Seeing the situation has gotten a bit dire in their favor. How is everyone looking as far as Jim and Zoldan health-wise?
I got 36.
Who looks better?
20s. I got 26.
Are you looking healthier?
I'm 27?
You guys look about the same. So... Yeah, you guys are almost dead even. So he's going to just lash out towards Zoldan with this rapier.
Oh, sure. Hurt the cleric. That's a good idea.
And who's dead?
So that's a 15 to hit.
That's a 14, so...
Just hits. Then he will do some damage. 7 points of damage as he stabs into you with this rapier.
So now I'm down to 20.
Then he's going to swing it around in a flurry, directing the trumpeter to skirt his way around, getting further away and hidden away into these bushes behind Zoldan.
I can't see him anymore, can I?
You know you can hear he's rustling around in these bushes.
No,
but
I
you
can't hear anymore.
Oh,
That's right.
that's right. So Zoldan, as he just works his way around you, he ducks into these bushes, and you are still deafened. So
Could I have
you
seen him,
can't-
though?
I'd say you'd see like ducks away into him, but you don't have this, same sort of bonus from trying to hear him. So he's more or less obscured from you. You'd have disadvantage if you try and attack him. So he tucks away in these thick bushes while you're deafened and kind of gets out of your sight. But that'll be it for the orchestrator. Drummer boy, still with this telekinesis spell activated, is going to try and lift somebody up. Let me double check how this works. So, yeah, so he's going to make an ability check contesting the strength of, who's done something good? Yeah, Vosh is doing pretty good. He's going to try and lift Vosh up into the air. So this is a strength ability check. Just a d20 plus strength against his
And
spellcaster.
I get an advantage on strength checks, so...
Is it strength ability checks?
You have advantage on strength checks as strength saving throws.
Yep, so you have advantage on this. Ooh, it's not looking great for him.
Roll 2d20s, right?
Yep.
That's a 16 and a 7.
16 was your highest, plus your strength.
16 plus 4, so...
Well, he got a whopping
In that one.
3 plus
Yeah.
4. For 7.
Yeah, no.
So you feel this drumbeat pounds away as you feel yourself start to be lifted off the ground. You kind of steel your resolve and grit, pull back, and stop him from lifting you into the air.
Nice try.
He's going to actually start working his way away.
He's trying to get away?
He's definitely moving away from everybody. But from there, that'll be the end of his go. We go to the trumpeter. The trumpeter, knowing that Zoldan can't see him, is probably going to try and stab him.
With advantage?
It would be with advantage, as he uses his special ability, a knife. Wow, that is a whopping 12 to hit, even with advantage.
Not hitting me.
So, he's going to begin moving away from you. I would say with you... I'd say he poked out a little bit.
No, it's not. It's only one time.
Oh, it's only one
He's
time.
going to try and tuck away from you. You would have a chance for an opportunity attack, but it
Yeah.
would be at disadvantage, as he is kind of obscured by
He would be at disadvantage still?
Yeah, but you could still take the attack.
I will try it. Let's see. So, but I take the lowest roll.
Yes.
That would be
A
the
6.
lowest, but let's see if it goes any
It
lower.
could go lower than a 6. So a 6 plus...
A 6 plus 4. It would be 10.
A 10, so that's not enough, so he sneaks away. And for the rest of you, you hear him like rustling through these bushes. For Zoldan, you can't hear him, so he just disappears into the brush.
That's fine. I'm going to take my
Thick
anger out of the
brush.
orchestrator anyway.
Alright.
Little bitch.
So, from there, we go to Banjo.
You want to try this again?
I wish I'd remember to bring that thing.
Oh yeah, the Banjo. Let's see. So he is going to once again. He's going to go for Vosh. He's going to try cutting away at him with these strings being used in this lashing whip attack. That is a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
So Vosh just continuing this defensive stance against him, anxious to hold him back. But that's all he's really going to be able to do. So then we go to Hanu, bottom of the initiative.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Turtles.
Turtle power.
Pick that up.
You pick up the golden fiddle.
I'm just gonna put them right here on myself. And then...
He runs over and loots the treasure.
Yes. All about gold and shit.
Mm.
So I can't see him, right?
No, so you have seen he tucked away into the bushes. I'd say you're still aware he's there, but you're not sure where. You don't have line of sight.
What are these, 10-foot squares?
5-foot squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to just blast him with another blast.
Which guy?
The drummer boy.
The drummer hiding in the background.
16 plus 6, 20.
20-something is going to hit him.
Hiding quietly in the background, beating on a drum.
Yes.
Yeah, further away from the people hitting everyone.
So 8 plus 4, 12.
So 12 damage to him as you strike into him with this blast of force. And he's also going to have to make a concentration check. Which he does succeed with, like, a good bit. Yeah, like a 19. Okay, so anything else for Hanu, or just that, picking it up?
I think that's it.
Running back. So let me go back to the top of the round with Zoldan. So Zoldan, you are still deafened.
You cannot hear, but you can see the orchestrator.
He can.
So, I'm going to go up and start swinging the bitch.
Alright, you go to swing on the big boss.
Since he wants to play with orchestrator, I'm about to break that orchestration rule of his.
There you go.
Yeah?
Let's see. Come on, buddy. 17 plus 4.
Will hit.
And now, where's my dice? It's a 1d8 plus 1d6.
And you've got your fire on it, yep. So D8 plus D6 of fire.
Here's my d6. Where the hell is my d8?
So you strike towards him with this
Here it is.
flaming longsword as he holds up this rapier to try and parry it away, but you just powerfully strike through.
3 slashing damage, and now for the
And
fire.
then the fire. 6.
Max
so
fire damage.
9 plus your strength bonus. So as you strike
plus
into
2.
him with this flaming blade, it's just enough as he holds this up to guard, and you strike through, cutting into him, and he begins to say something to you that you don't hear as it comes out as a garbled.
What else? Can they hear it?
Oh yeah, everyone else hears a. Wait, no, it doesn't have to be like this. If you kill me, you'll never know where the treasure. As Zoldan strikes through him and he drops to the ground.
We can always ask Pipsqueak.
If we save him.
So he's dead?
Yeah.
I would assume he does.
As he tries this pleading thing, he drops.
He can't hear you.
He drops dead. Oh no, you hear nothing. You see, he tries to say something as you cut him down.
I want his rapier.
Yeah, his rapier that's got this like little cover for it.
Yeah, I want the rapier.
I'm thinking Jem should take the rapier because she's a rogue and all that.
True. I mean, I could still either that or I get the cello. Either one.
We're gonna take all the instruments.
I'm just
Yeah.
taking. I'm just taking.
I'm
the
trying to.
violin.
I'm trying to build up like what.
Well,
was thinking
speaking of which,
Art
Vosh,
and,
it's your go.
if we could-
All right, so I'm gonna just lay into him again.
So you go once again to attack this
Yep.
banjo playing fighter.
That's a 12
Plus a lot.
plus 6. Well,
Plus
I'm-
6. So
Yeah.
18 does hit.
So 18 plus. So now
Stabs.
I'm doing still with the gauntlets. So it's the this and this and this and this. Those 4. That's a 2, 4, 2, and another 4. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 damage. So you see he holds up the strings of this banjo, once again trying to block Vosh's attack. And as he does, he holds them up in this defensive way, trying to catch these claws. But the claws just pierce right through the strings and into the man as he drops to the ground, dead.
2 kills. 1 go.
Double kill. Anything else for Vosh? Any movement or anything like that?
Yeah, I want to start heading. Well, first I'm going to grab what the banjo that he dropped.
So I will say it's a banjo with no strings at this point.
Doesn't matter. I'm still grabbing. Then I'm going to
scoop it up.
Then I'm going to move right here,
okay?
right next to Jim.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I
I'll.
might pause it for a second.
Sure, 1
What's
second.
going on?
So, after a very unfortunate recording mishap where this was paused, unfortunately our listeners have missed a lot of action. So, I will unfortunately have to go through a speed recap of the party quite brutally murdering the rest of these highwaymen and mutilating people. So, looping back quite a little bit, we had Frog murdered a man with a very, very powerful moonbeam, striking down the drummer boy. If it wasn't mentioned, they had a powerful strike against the flaming fiddler, where he was dragged down to the fiery pits of hell, leaving behind a golden fiddle, which Hanu quickly grabbed like the little loot goblin he is. Then Zoltan had struck down the orchestrator with flaming fury. Jem did a really funny thing where she hit Zoltan in the butt with her dagger after rolling a natural 1. Then the rest of the party more or less ganged up on the trumpeter and the small goblin man, quickly beating down the trumpeter and killing him quite violently as Zoltan struck through him and cut him right from the neck up. Then we loop back to where Jaster had been reminded of a bit of a flashback to a brightly lit operating table where he saw his own reflection in a rounded mirror and saw the faces of some figures, a couple masked and covered in white masks, almost like surgical. He saw one figure with purple skin and these lavender eyes and ears, showing through this stark white mask, handling these magical instruments. And he also saw this green-skinned goblin with odd features, who was passing the instruments to him. And he saw in this small, rounded mirror, before things faded to black, this unnatural magic, perhaps some kind of a curse, removing the parts of his face one by one. And as everything faded to black, he found himself standing there above the now pinned down goblin man. And he quickly lunged at him with a knife, carving his face in a similar manner, taking off an ear and a nose, as the goblin shrieked and passed out in fright. The rest of the party, having a variety of reactions, and seeing that Hanu can turn into a bird now, had gone to looking through the belongings of this goblin, finding that the goblin had possessed a bag of holding, inside of which they had found a pile of gold, an egg that a few of our party members, Jaster, Vosh, and Frog, recognized as a golden goose egg. They had also found Jaster's mouth, which he had quickly decided to lift his mask up and see if he could get it back onto his face. And with a little bit of troubleshooting and playing around with it, he found it did find purchase as it reattached to his face, and he could speak normally once again. And then, as we'd gotten through this in abject horror, the Dungeon Master looked at the recording software, paused, losing almost an hour's worth of combat and interactions. Yay! And that is where we're going to take a short break. Okay, so after a short intermission, we are back. Unfortunately, this will probably be a one-parter episode, as, we lost about the last hour or so. But we come back to find our party. Once again, along this main road, where there's the large section of brush at this bend in the road, there's now shattered, broken pieces of a wagon that had been used to ambush them. And the party had sat there taking a bit of a breather and divvying up their loot.
Oh, before we go, I want to check the wagon, see if there's anything actually in there.
So that wagon is picked clean. It's very much the stripped bare just to get people to look at it and lure them away.
Alright.
It's now in a half-burned and shattered state. So it's a big pile of rubble, more or less just blocking the way for you guys to get your wagon down the road.
Checking.
So we need to get this thing off the road, guys.
Hold on, let me double check. Oh yeah, we record. Oh god. If anyone wants to know, it's my fault as the DM, because I thought I hit a button, and I definitely didn't. Or I hit it twice. One of the two.
That could have been it. That's the thing about such
Might have been the double tap. Yeah. So alright, back to our immersion. So yeah, you guys have this big rubbly wagon, as well as they had divvied up the 3,000 gold. And who was holding the golden goose egg?
I threw it back in the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's sitting in the bag. And they had also found that these things were stored inside of a bag of holding.
sweet. I love that.
So the party does now possess a bag of holding.
Okay.
It's all you, Jester.
So, with that, with where you guys are at, what would you like to do? You've got your wagon. You've got the man still cowering inside, the back of the wagon. Rob.
Oh yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
Rob, you okay in there?
Sorry.
Oh, is the fighting over?
Yes, it's over.
And you guys won?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
You doubted us?
Of course.
Oh boy.
Do we need to take trophies from these people, or
We kind of already did.
if we took all the instruments?
I got a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cello.
Pieces of face.
Yeah.
Should we take more? Do we think we need it?
More pieces of face off the goblin?
No.
Jaster's got a goblin ear and a goblin nose that he has
Chop their
cut
heads
off surgically.
They travel well.
Now, I do believe you're advised against rolling into town with the heads of several people, but each their own.
But you do still have that sending spell.
You do also have a sending scroll.
Let him. So
You
we'll
wanna
let him
try
know.
and use
We
it?
don't think we need to I guess we had all the instruments.
So yeah, the only thing you guys might need to do. Also, I don't know. Did you guys want to take a short rest or anything like that while you were waiting around divvying up treasure?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm
The
golden.
character took a big hit. So.
All right.
You didn't
I
get.
didn't lose a single
I was about to say you didn't get it at all.
Frog
a little
hid
bit.
way in the background.
Yeah, I could use
I've only got 14 health left.
So did you guys want to do a short rest?
Fight smarter.
I mean, I only took a couple damage. I'm all right.
What?
Were you guys wanting to take a short rest?
Yes, please.
Just spending an hour relaxing?
Okay.
I don't have to use all my hit die. Right?
No, you can choose one at a time until you feel good on using them. So you guys take a little bit of a rest.
I'm gonna try to restring the banjo.
So I would say the only thing you'd be missing would be strings.
He was using them.
Yeah,
so
I kind of cut them in half.
Yeah, so when Vosh had killed the banjo, he had cut through him as he held the strings up to block, and he sliced through with both of his razor-sharp claws, destroying the strings and cutting him
You only
down.
got 4
Yeah,
hits,
sorry
so
about
you
that.
just take your rest. You don't have to
It
use
was
them all at
such an
once.
epic fight.
Alright, let me roll
Lost
one more
to
time.
the
Time with the
abyss,
banjo and
like
learn
normal
about
D&D games. It just comes down to how we remember it now.
One more.
It was really, really cool. You would have had to be there.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So we need to get this wagon off.
Yeah. After the rest, I just start hucking pieces of this rubble into the
Yeah.
woods.
Yeah.
So I'd say, you guys probably spent a couple of hours just clearing this rubble out of the way.
Yep.
You can see, destroyed wagon bits off to the side of the road, but it's cleared enough to get your wagon through. So, you guys want to carry on with your journey heading to Stonehaven then?
Yeah.
So, from there, you'd have fairly uneventful travel for another couple of days. However, along this trip, as some of you are resting, you do have some dreams. One person in particular is Zoldan.
Uh-oh.
Here we go again.
As Zoldan is resting, he sees a place with a familiar sight, an old and powerful evil. Before him, he recognizes this figure as an archdevil.
Oh boy.
One who has seen only once before in his true form. The devil, Mephistopheles. He sits in the form of an older, portly man, graying hair and small black horns protruding from his head. He sits at a desk, rummaging through paperwork. Old, ancient-looking scrolls.
Woods?
No, in Zoldan's dream.
Oh, in his dream.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's strange.
The scrolls seem to be written on in an infernal script that glow with warmth from the pages.
I can read that too.
You can. And as he picks one up, you see a familiar name on the page. Zoldan Anelium. This infernal contract is the one you were tricked into signing. As you look around, you see your body is this transparent shape, unable to affect the scene. However, appearing from behind you, you feel a hand touch your shoulder.
It's Hor, isn't it?
It is. Hoar reaches towards you, and as you look back, he puts a finger to his lips and motions for you to watch the scene before you.
He watches.
Mephistopheles calls forward an imp, and he gives an order. Use this one for the new contract. And he lays out a rolled up piece of paper, very similar to the scroll you've signed, wrapped up with a pretty red bow, and hands it to the imp. With a malicious smile, his eyes lit up. This one should be quite the haul. All for one pure, innocent soul. As he hands over the contract with your name on it. And then Hoar will pull you back, pulling you away from this scene to an area full of darkness. Zoldan, I have looked into it. Your soul is being used as some kind of a bargaining chip for some form of infernal dealing. Likely with some kind of trickery mixed in.
Damn devils.
It seems you will have to seek out this contract and whatever deal it's been used in to reclaim your soul. I believe if you can destroy this new contract and the one binding your soul, you should be able to recover it. I will try and find where this is.
Very well.
See what's going on. I'll keep in touch with you, Zoltan.
Understood.
Until then,
Thank you.
let your revenge fuel you. Keep the spirit of it alive. And you just find yourself suddenly awakening in the back of this wagon in a bit of a cold sweat.
He just swipes his hand and just like goes back to praying and everything. Now he knows he's got a big mission to find.
It's some kind of a scheme to
And
interrupt.
it looks like Mephistopheles is taking a human form.
He has. I know he has done that once before. He took the same form when he had originally tricked you into signing this deal. But yeah, so that would be Zoldan's dream. Then, another one of you would have a dream. Dream. Jim, you have this very hazy, very distant dream. You feel yourself crawling and squeezing through the smallest crack in a cave. And you begin climbing and reaching your way through until you find yourself in this small little alcove full of precious gemstones that seem to glow with a magical light to them. This light reminds you of a feeling of home, though it's almost supernatural, magical blues and greens that illuminate this small section of cave. Then, as you're in this place, you feel comfort and peace. And after a little bit of time, it's interrupted by the faint sound of a man calling out to you. You can hear the words they call out. You know what they're calling out should be your name, but they just come out garbled as you hear them, as if being said underwater. And as you hear this calling out to you, I imagine it'd probably be Vosh calling out,
Hey,
Jim!
Here.
Jim!
And yeah, she also wakes up. I'm like, huh?
You okay? You're tossing and turning in your sleep.
Here. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I was just dreaming about something.
Okay.
And as you think back to the dream, you just feel this distant longing for not only your name, but the memories you once had attached to it.
Ooh.
Jem tries her best to hold back her tears.
So, then we finally go to Hanu. Hanu, as you have gained this new item of the Raven Queens and recovered this artifact, you once again have a visit in your dreams. Only this time, you find yourself sitting atop the wagon as you're just riding along the road. You look around the woods, and you see Rob is nowhere to be found, as the wagon is just guided on its own, and the cloak on your back begins to shimmer and flick to life as it pulls itself off of you and takes the form of a raven. It chirps towards you. Hanu, I've discovered something. It seems the origins of this coven you seek. It began in a small, simple town. A settlement of sorts. A place that is a pilgrimage for those seeking a new world. I've seen this place is filled with something of a zealous religious sect. And it seems there's much trickery that has gone on. Something of a witch hunt gone wrong, leaving the witches as the only ones remaining in the town.
The opposite of witch hunt.
If you wish to change the course of this coven coming to power, you may have to solve the mysteries that happen in this town. The name of this place was Roanoke. I believe some semblance of it has been captured inside this book. It seems this moment, this turning point when the Coven came to power, is what the creator of this book has captured. this event obviously leads to some kind of calamitous situations. If you can stop the coven here, you should prevent lots of tragedy in the future. And as the bird finishes saying this and flits around, you see its form shifts and flops back onto your shoulders.
Would I be able to speak out and ask if I could find help? If I could get help finding like the next artifact that she might need?
And as you begin to call out this, you find yourself lurching forwards, once again sitting on the wagon. Rob next to you. Oh, you alright, Hanu? You were bumbling about. Something about an artifact?
Yeah, I fell asleep. A terrible nightmare.
Well, you should rest in the back of the wagon. It's really a safer place. Wouldn't want you falling off.
Very true. I should be good now. I'm good to ride with you.
Oh, well, good news. You've got to keep an eye out. I'm hoping that was the last of any highwaymen we'll be seeing, but you never know. It's dangerous times.
Yeah, it sounded like those are like the only ones that were causing the biggest mischief so far, from what we were hearing.
Ruined. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite mysteries in, like,
Yeah, that's a good one.
in American history, really.
Yeah. Well, close enough to fairy tale, right?
Yeah, it truly is.
But from there, you guys will be able to safely make your way to the next city. And as you approach, you'll see the tree line begins to fade on this major road. And you'll find yourselves coming to a large, open stretch of road. Before you can see fields of gold as you pass through very vibrant fields of wheat and corn, lots of crops growing. It's not quite as big as maybe the fields you had seen in Corndale, but it's very bountiful, very well-kept area. It looks like a good supply of food for the city before you. And as you approach, you would see this large city, very thick stone walls, and a large wooden gate leading up to it. And as you all arrive, you would see as your caravan approaches, the guards look a bit surprised as you begin to make your way forwards.
Is he boss?
What was it?
Is he boss?
Yeah. Actually, is Bosch riding on the front, or would he be in the back of the wagon?
He would probably, the closer we get, he would probably be poking his head out from the back, but he's not. He's not
trying to look.
Yeah, just trying to look. He's not.
So I imagine they'd shout down to Rob and Hanu as he was riding on the front there. Oh, travelers, where have you come from? Corndale?
Came from Corndale. We took care of that band of highwaymen on the road leading to Stonehaven, or to here, I guess.
Yeah, they weren't any problem at all.
There were highwaymen along the road? Oh, sorry, what I'll say, you would all get a long rest at this point, because you would have had a couple of days of travel undisturbed.
Cool. So we're back.
Yes, you'd be back to full. So you are all a bit refreshed as you're making it to the town.
Yeah, I would have poked my head out and it's like, yeah, they weren't in trouble at all.
Yeah, they were stopping Corndale from getting anything to you guys. You didn't have any idea?
I thought it was curious. I was wondering if they were getting some large caravans ready. I know it's harvest season. We had thought it was unusual, but we brought it to the octagonal table and it had been kicked back as nothing to worry about.
Suspicious.
Well, it said there was more pressing matters to worry about.
Understandable. Well, we brought goods from Corndale and we dealt with those highwaymen, so we're here to deliver this caravan. There's some...
Oh, yes. The Baron of Corndale, you should be able to just bring that to the keep. They should be able to address the payment for all that there.
Sweet.
He seems fairly oblivious to the fact that Vosh is poking his head out of the wagon.
That's very true. This is...
So, as you guys make your way through here, you are more or less ushered into the city, allowed to enter normally. As you make your way into the city, you see this city has a large open main road. You can see going down it as you pass through something a bit weird. There's a series of aqueducts along the main road that seem to bring water throughout the town.
Cool.
Seems to be flowing, bringing water throughout the city, really. And
Sorry, coming soon to players near you.
Yeah. But it seems like it even brings water out to the areas where they grow crops out on the nearby stretches of the town. And as you make your way further down the main stretch, you can see to your right side seems to be a bustling area of commerce, though the mood about the place is a bit more abysmal.
Dreary.
Yeah, it's a bit more dreary, so people are still going about business as if it were normal, but everything seems a bit more depressed.
I wonder why everyone looks so downtrodden.
Probably because their king is dead.
Oh, I didn't want to really bring that up, but yeah, that might be.
That would do it.
I think that'll do it.
And
This is like the capital city.
It is.
Right?
And as you're saying this, you have the caravan continuing down towards the central area of the town. You reach a large town square where you'd be able to see before you this beautiful keep laid out. A few towers on it, this large, quite well put together castle. In front of it, what would stand out probably the most is a large, very large stone that seems to be a central point for the city. You can see where the stone sits. It appears to have been cracked in several places coming from the center of it. And pouring from the stone seems to be this endless supply of water that pools around it like a fountain, where these aqueducts have been built, bringing water and life throughout the city.
That's cool.
It's really fucking cool.
Behind the stone, you can see a statue of what appears to be a powerful figure, wearing a helm over his head and holding this beautiful looking sword.
That is really dope.
Yes. And that's where they would bring your wagon by there, make its way to the keep, where someone would meet you and begin to take the wagon away, begin to unload the supplies, and would give you payment for it. Now, the payment for the wagon, they would say, yes, it appears the goods on here. And did you have any kind of writ for this? Any kind of bill of sale with it?
Oh.
You guys would have something you have been given by the Baron.
Yeah.
Yes, we have this from the Baron, and there's... Should we tell them? I guess we would tell them about the hidden compartment?
Yeah, the hidden compartment with all the...
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
We know about that.
Okay.
It's where they keep the good stuff.
What is it exactly? Is it...
Oh, it's all the processed goods. They take a much smoother hand to make. But these are quite volatile. Shouldn't be kept in common hands. But yes, so it says you're supposed to be paid 3,000 gold for the delivery of this, and an additional sum if some task had been completed.
Yes, we dealt with
Killing these highwaymen?
Yes, they have been dealt with.
I was unaware that there had even been an issue. I mean, we'd heard rumors of some bandits, but it had been pushed off as not that big a deal. I mean, you know, we were in no struggle here for food.
We see that.
Yes, but it's always good to have supplies from Corndale. They pay their tributes and always have a good haul for the harvest. It's a good deed to have dispatched this. We always have to send someone to, send a spell and verify with the Baron that This has been completed. He wishes for your payment to be issued.
He gave us a sending stone to a wizard.
Yep.
I mean, you shouldn't need it. We have someone who could cast that here, unless you want to use the scroll.
We could keep that.
We'll hold on to it.
Yeah.
Yes, but just if you could give us a day, I can pay you the 3,000 now, but we'll have to wait to verify this task with the Baron before you can be paid out the rest.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to
Where
us.
can we find you? Got a business card?
I mean, that'd be like, main people you'd interact with at the front of the keep, basically. So,
I'll be back in the morning.
Yeah,
very
so,
good.
Did they do anything when I was talking? Or did
Oh
they
yeah,
notice me?
has Vosh popped out? So Vosh, as Vosh pops out, the person you'd be talking to, they'd be something of a magistrate for the place. Actually, it would probably be a quartermaster.
So we all got. We'll divvy up the 3,000.
500 each.
Yeah, so it'd be another
Maybe we just throw it
500
back.
each.
We could do that too.
Yeah, you could
Do you
use
wanna
Jaster
just-
as a bank.
Give him the 3,000 and put it in the bag of holding? Or do you want to keep track of the...
Let's keep track of it individually.
Okay, so you said 500.
500 more for each of you.
That was just now.
Give all your gold to Jaster.
Yeah, no
If
thanks.
we come across a big hoard or something, a bag of holding will come in handy.
Yeah, that's like a dragon sword?
Yes.
Yeah.
A bag of holding could be
What
good.
bag of holding can hold like 500 pounds or something?
No, that's a haversack. A bag of holding, I
It's
believe,
bottomless,
has no
basically.
limit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes, it's the good one.
it's the one that they literally can take.
Oh no, up to 500 pounds actually.
Yeah.
I'm a dirty, dirty liar.
Oh,
I mean, it's still pretty good though.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, how dare I be wrong?
well, maybe we'll find another bag
The
of holding.
haversack was the one that sucks.
Just don't put that bag of holding inside
Handy
your
haversack
bag.
is like
That'd be
a
hilarious.
bunch of different bags of holding. Slightly smaller, but they're like.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
much
yeah.
do you like your character?
Huge handy haversack is actually really cool.
Yeah.
How much do you like your character?
Because then it's like, you just reach back, it's like, think
Oh, you
about
want
what
the
you
black
want,
hole?
and there it is.
I mean, that's one way to get rid of all the
A
dragons.
portable hole too.
Portable hole's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds cool. Portable hole.
Well, yes, it's a bag of holding.
Okay.
It's a big bag. It can hold lots of stuff. Like a nose and a mouth, and keep them preserved.
Very good.
Uh,
Fucking crazy.
There's
Just
no
pull his
air.
fucking mouth out of the bag.
he did. He pulled his mouth out
Yeah.
of the bag, stuck it right back on his face.
Yeah.
Keep that egg from rotting.
What happened to that goblin that he cut off his ear here and does it just like
What
leave
did
him
you
there?
guys do with the goblin?
Oh, yeah.
I
Is there
left him
anybody
alone
that can
after.
keep him alive for a while?
Oh, so he was unconscious, yeah, at that point. So you had him unconscious and tied up.
So do we just leave him there or just bring him with
We
us?
could have, we could like stabilize him if you want to do something else with
I
him.
wouldn't have left
By
him
all means,
alive.
my
I mean,
friend.
someday he
No,
may
it's
become
Your
powerful
past,
and come
I'll let
back
you
after
deal
us.
with him how you
Yeah.
fit.
Is it
I
possible
was
to put
gonna-
living
I was gonna kill him.
I was
creatures
gonna
in
take
bag
the
of
rest of
holding
his
or
face.
I was
You
gonna
could-
freeze him solid.
You could
Just let
put.
him loose with no face.
So yeah, you could put a living creature in a bag of holding.
But I think they would
No,
die
they would
because
die.
they can't breathe in there.
But
They can only.
he could only survive
Yeah, that's one of the things that actually.
like a
says
minute
in
or
the-
so. It would suffocate him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of big for a bag of holding.
Here's a goblin.
That's a goblin.
Less than 500 pounds.
So what did you want to do with him, Jesse?
He just about fit. 2 by 4 foot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut as many of the pieces of his face off as I can while keeping him alive.
Wow.
That's
And then,
curious.
let him
You're
go
dark,
before
man.
he gets
That
you
is
something?
dark.
Can you give me a medicine check as you're
went
trying
from
to
a
do
nice,
this?
fun campaign to a really dark one.
I'm gonna say, so Jaster's basically the operation man meets Mr. Potato Head, but it sounds much more grim because it's in a D&D
Oh.
setting.
Yeah, well, kind of think of it, all the fairy tale stories are pretty grim,
20.
so...
So, Jaster rolls a 20 on his medicine check, as over the next couple of days of travel, I imagine to Jim, Zoldan, Vosh's disgust, he does manage to more or less remove all of the facial features of this goblin, though much more crudely. He removes ears, pokes out eyes, removes them, cuts off his nose, and removes his lips, leaving him in this horrible, mutilated state,
God, this is
but
fucked up.
still alive,
And I let him go.
and dumps him off the back of the wagon into the woods in this unconscious state. I'll need to be making a note of that.
You may regret that later.
This could be relevant later. We'll see. Pipsqueak. Mutilated.
Mayor Frost.
You got my wide ears.
He's like, as he dumps him.
Don't you think that's a little too much?
I think it's a little too.
They took his whole face.
I mean, you look at Jaster as you say, "Is that a bit too much?" And you know, if he's not wearing his mask, you see this very blank expression, except for a mouth.
Maybe a little smirk.
I mean, what would you be? How would you respond to that? Would it be a frown, a smile?
What goes around comes around.
How long have you been without your face?
It's been a while. I've been searching for them for, I'm not even sure, months? A year?
I think that was much needed.
A lot of release here.
Good therapy.
So
wouldn't have let him live.
Yeah.
as you guys are here in Stonehaven, is there anything in particular you want to do or seek out? So you're in this large open city. I'd say you can tell pretty easily right away looking at the place. So I'd imagine if you don't try and, say, go to the keep or anything, after turning in this caravan, you'd find yourselves in the central square. You'd be able to see the city's broken up into 4 major quadrants. One area seems to be a more common district. You can see a lot of higher buildings. Looks like a couple of churches, a couple of towers, common homes scattered about.
I even though Vosh would know that this would probably be a bad idea, he would try to see if he could find any more information from them about the dragon, about his more location.
So you would ask about the dragon. Okay.
Because I know that they would be not really. It would be a touchy subject, so he would be very gentle on asking about it. If they don't want to talk about it, then I would leave them alone. But
I mean,
Is there any kind of library in town?
I was gonna say, so you see, with the common district, there's a couple towers there that look like maybe they could be some kind of places of study. So you look off to the other sections of the city. So that would be like southwest area. Looks like where the towers and common folk would stay. As you go towards like northwest section of the city, it seems to be like a working kind of district where there's lots of tradesmen doing different kinds of work. Lots of set up for say like woodworkers, stone workers, and blacksmiths. Northeast section of the city looks like a fairly wealthy area, more upscale, nicer section of the city. And southeast would be sort of marketplace area, so lots of shops and businesses running like normal. And then the keep would be any points of interest. So you could definitely look throughout the city. If you asked a couple of people, it seems like very normal people going around the city. They'd probably point you towards the... Sorry, I'm looking for a place. They would point you towards the Stone Tablet, a local library located in a tower in the Southwest Common District.
What is the Southwest Common District?
Yes.
What is the closest tavern to that?
So if you were looking around, there would be an inn located in that section of town. Let me just see the name of the inn. Let me see. Don't mind me, I'm looking at a random name generator. So you'd see a inn by the name of Ye Old Pair.
The Old Pair.
Yes.
I'm going to recommend we stay there for the time being. And I'm going to use some of my spare time to do some research on that egg.
So you were trying to do some research on the egg?
I just want to try to get.
Sorry.
I want to try to get the like
info on the dragon.
I want
so
to
are you trying to like
just
approach the keep and ask them about that?
yeah, very, very like you know,
I'd
cautiously.
say like
I'm just gonna stand back and watch.
you want to stand back and watch as Vosh tries to approach the
I
keep.
was gonna suggest you wear my cloak and maybe hide for a bit, but it doesn't seem to.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Vosh wants to gung ho go to approach the keep.
Yep.
Where this dragon was
I
last seen murdering.
gotta get ready for that. Dragon spawn at the front of the keep.
I am not a dragon spawn.
Surround him.
Okay.
Quickly, guards are going to rush out and begin surrounding Vosh. All fairly well armored, pointing spears in his
Do
direction.
I look like a freaking black dragon?
And again, so you are a...
I am a...
Copper and blue, right?
Yeah, I'm copper blue. I am not a black dragon.
You look like you could be a minion of that
I am
wretched
no...
creature.
This is
I am
racial
not.
profiling.
I am here to kill him.
You dare to show your face in this town after what your master's done?
He is not my master. I am going to kill him for what he did to mine.
Bold words from a dragon.
I am not a dragon.
Kobold, whatever you are.
Last time I checked, dragons are bigger, so you know dragon.
Yes, but the minions of dragons are these tiny little kobold things.
Not all of us are bad. Just because you met one section of us that happened to serve the douche or the jerk sorry. He's like very stuttering for words because he is not very happy right now. He hates this dragon with all intent, all like purpose of his.
Yeah. I mean, so you're kind of fumbling over words, and as...
I'm trying to tell him that it's like, yeah, I'm here to kill this dragon. I am not here to do any harm to anyone else. That dragon is going to die for what he has done.
And as you're calling this out...
he will die for what he has done. Not only to you, but to my master as well.
As you're saying this... One man walks out from inside the keep and begins to glance down towards you. Step aside, men. Let me take a look at this subject before me. And you see a dark-skinned dwarven man with just one small tuft of red hair atop his head and a vibrant, braided red beard with immense muscles to him walks towards you. He begins to look you up and down. Says, "Stand down. This is a false alarm. This
Thank you.
is not a servant of the dragon that slew Arthur. But those are quite bold words to say you could kill this dragon.
I'm going to kill him.
And who are you to slay the dragon where we have failed?
My name is Vosh Moonblade.
I
was raised by a dragoness with a lot kinder morals to people and others around them. This dragon killed her, along with two others.
Two others.
One white, one red. They will also die by my hand.
Well, these are bold words. If you say you've seen these dragons and lived to tell the tale.
I'm the only survivor.
I am Sir Prime. And I was there. I saw firsthand the powers of this dragon. It spewed acid. Destroyed the lands. It killed dozens of men. We were certain Arthur would be able to strike him down. But he had this magical protection to him. Some kind of a plate protecting his chest. It stopped what would have been a fatal blow.
It's not. There's another reason I am also out there. He stole stuff from my mistress that she had bequeathed to me on her death.
What are you saying?
This might be, I do not know. I am bound to get my inheritance back one way or another, and he is going to die for what he has done, not only for your king, but also for what he has done to my mistress.
So you're saying he stole this inheritance from you?
Him and his other two.
You think this could be what he's used?
I have no idea. It's just a guess, a theory.
Well, there's no doubt about it. He used some kind of powerful magic to negate this damage to himself. Arthur, he was a powerful swordsman. His blow should have struck true. It should have felled the beast. We had him on the ropes. But it was as if the battle had shifted after this point. As if fate had twisted against our favor. I think it would be best if you would come sit down for an audience with the rest of the members of the octagonal table.
I would be honored, as long as my other compatriots are allowed as well.
He'd look around to the rest of you. Not a lot of warriors amongst you, eh?
They are just as formidable as I.
Well, just keep in mind, and kind of look towards, and Hano, you wield like a...
Trident.
Yeah, you have like a trident, so you look more like a warrior. You don't really have a weapon, right, Jaster? You very much look like a wizard, right, Frog?
Kind of.
You know, more...
I'm a little newsboy cap and I'm smoking a little cigarette.
More maybe like an educated person. Definitely not like a warrior, though, right?
No, definitely not like a warrior.
They look towards the little fairy and the holy man and say, I just warn you, the rest of them, they're a bit wary of trusting the words of a wizard. They believe we've been misled, possibly even conspired against. I think your words, Vosh, may bring some light to this situation. There may have been some kind of unseen interference here. But I'll have to gather the rest of the table.
Understood.
Please, find yourselves somewhere to rest for now, and see about meeting back here tomorrow. About midday, I should be able to get everyone gathered.
Sounds good.
Tell them Sir Prime has invited you for an audience. They'll allow you in.
Thank you very much, Sir Prime.
Well,
as his voice, as tension lower, his voice starts going back to his normal.
Yeah. Also, so as you guys see this guy and Vosh are like two sides of a coin. They're both the real short, little guys, but both just fucking jacked as hell. This guy looks as built as Vosh, if not bigger. Fully matching the energy of the Sworbald. So you guys just want to find somewhere to rest for now and find some stuff to do as downtime.
What did I miss?
Them having a meeting with Sir Prime, a very jacked dwarven man, who spoke to Vosh about this dragon and his inheritance missing. Just to see, so he set up an audience for you guys tomorrow. So, yes, an audience with the Knights of the Octagonal Table. Yeah, so you guys would need to just find somewhere to stay for the time being. So if there's anything else you want to look for around the city?
No.
No, not until I make it.
Motion shop or
To
something.
ye old pair.
To ye old pair.
You guys want to do that?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys can try and get settled in there, pay for a couple of rooms. Someone wants to mark off a couple of gold apiece.
I can pay the 15 gold I got from the...
So if you were paying the 15 gold to cover all of your rooms.
I was just going to reach in the bag and grab a bunch of gold.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to? Go ahead.
So you're just paying up for the rooms. It'd be for 6 of you. Are you all getting, different rooms? A couple of gold apiece for rooms.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of space for rooms. So 12 gold for rooms.
Per day.
Yes. So 2 gold piece for a room. If you're all getting 1 room.
With one big room for
I'll all stick together.
It's a
And
modest
research will
thing.
probably be done in the library itself. So.
And then Frog is going to begin trying to research at the library. A wizard's best friend. Your local library. But for now, as the party's finding some rest in an inn and making it to this new city, will be where we'll have to end for now, with unfortunately a bit of a shorter episode. Oopsie daisy. Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Double check, triple check.
We need 2 sets of eyes on the recording.
Yeah.
Measure once.
The DM's
Check
disaster.
Measure twice, cut.
Yeah, there you go. Cut once, measure twice.
Measure once, cut twice.
Yeah, measure once, cut twice. That's what you'll do.
Yeah, right.
Measure once, cut 7 times. Well, till next time, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.